HR puffing stuff. Sigmund the Sea Monster was chasing me. Sleece Stacks was with me, offering me drugs. You know, it was the Croft Superstar Hour in my brain. And my wife was going to let me die. Bugs. Hello there, Bellas. If you have not already done so, please remember to like, share to Facebook, subscribe, and visit uptopbeauty.com for these Priscilla frames. And if you are not already a part of this book club, please hit the Patreon link below and or the join button here on the YouTube. And for a small monthly fee of $5, you babies, yes, you can be privy to all the shenanigans before the YouTube gets it, if the YouTube gets it. Now, let's continue talking about, child, let me say the whole book name this time. The Confessions of Ike Turner. Taking back my name. Ike Turner. Ike married his great and enduring love, Ann Thomas, in Las Vegas on April 11th, 1981. For a while, life was peaceful. The trouble started when Ike was involved in a shooting incident. Ike Turner shot the paper boy for hitting a dog with a newspaper. That is the biggest bunch of shiz. This is what happened. I owned half a block with my studio, Bollock. Also, an apartment building across the alley behind it. I had 6 units, big apartments. A lady moved out and left her dog with us, a real friendly dog. Ann would let the dog outdoors to play sometimes. Meantime, I had a place in Bel Air where I went a lot to do dope. That day I was out in Bel Air and Ann was at the apartment in Inglewood. She heard the dog yelping. This paper boy had the dog down in the garage where the cars were, holding him by the leash and hitting him across the nose with a newspaper. This paper boy, well, he ain't no paper boy. This son of a bitch is 49 years old. He is 6 foot tall, and he is an arrogant mother hunchy man. He did things to other people in the neighborhood on his paper route. But because I was Ike Turner, they put it in the newspapers that I shot the paper boy. Anyway, Ann ran down the steps and grabbed the leash from him and asked him why he was hitting the dog. He said, this mother hunchy been effing with me for 11 days. Now pause, okay? I know delivery people who really have horror stories about dogs that attack them on their route, like mail carriers. Like my Judy used to be like a contractor for the post office. Now, this is back in the day. She said she had to make her own pepper spray for them damn dogs because the post office wouldn't even give them pepper spray to mace them dogs in their face so they can get up off of you. Anyway, Ann ran down the steps and grabbed the leash from him and asked him why he was hitting the dog. He said, this mother hunchy been effing with me for 11 days. And told him, well, then you know he's not going to bite. And that's when he took his hand, the palm of his hand, and hit upwards in a blow to her chin. Shut up, bitch, he said. That's called a smooch. A smooch. Somebody take your chin and do like that, that's called a smooch. Get out of my face. Smooch. Okay. Because what you'll never do is smooch Ike Turner's wife. And then call her a bitch. Are you crazy? The only person that can call Ike Turner's wives bitches is the Ike Turner. She came upstairs crying and called me in Bel Air. So I got some bodyguards of mine and came over to Inglewood. When I got there, he was gone. I stayed there. About 2 or 3 days later, I was upstairs lying on the bed and my daughter came running upstairs calling, Daddy, Daddy. She said the man who beat mommy up is out there. I came running down the stairs with my bodyguard, but when I got out on the street, the paper man was fixing to get in his car. And he had a little girl in his car with him. I think it was his daughter. I went out to the curb and said, "Say, I would like to talk to you for just a minute." So he got his ass out. Like I said, he's already over 6 foot tall compared to 5'10" or whatever I am. But even so, he stands up on the curb to look down on me from even higher up. His arms folded like Mr. Clean. He said, "Yeah." Okay, pause. So you peoples down in the comments keep trying to tell me that Ike Turner's like 5'9". Okay, well the book say 5'10" or whatever he is. All right, it's just unbelievable to me that the Ike Turner is that. Because it looked like him and Tina Turner was about the same height, and she looked like a itty bitty thing. So, okay, if Ike say he 5'9" or 5'10", I'll accept it. I apologize. I said a few days ago, there was a problem between you and my wife. I would like to talk to you and straighten it out so we won't have any further problems. I don't even know what happened. He said, "Well, why the F don't you go ask her?" I made a sign with my fingers and said, "Okay. Peace, man, peace." I went back up to the apartment to ask her what had gone down because I really didn't know how it actually started. The bodyguard said, "That cat got a piece, man." Oh, shit. What? You gonna tell pistol packing Ike Turner that it's fitting to be a showdown or it's a possibility of a showdown? Nigga, where my gun? I'm about that action. This troublemaking hoe. Ooh, that troublemaking hoe, the bodyguard. Ooh, he is something. That cat got a piece, man. He wouldn't be talking to you like that unless he had a piece. I think so. That might be true. That's the first time I ever heard anybody call a gun a piece. He said for a guy to talk like that, there are 2 of us. He got to have that blicker. He didn't say the blicker, he said a piece. But when the bodyguard said it, it made sense. It's because I'm like, everybody know that Ike Turner is off the chain. So his reputation precedes him. And that would make a person be like, hold on, let me, be cautious how I talk to him. On top of that, I got a little girl in the car that could possibly be his daughter or some friggin' other stuff that we don't want to say here, okay? That is crazy. Because whoever would take his hand and smush a woman, it's got to be some kind of maniac, okay? But anyway, a woman that you don't know, and it just makes no sense, just like a random woman. And on top of that, they saying that the man has been aggressive like that to other women in the neighborhood. I would think that you got a bodyguard and Ike Turner, he got that thing on him. Because there's no fear in him. Men don't really, try to show fear. But you would be a little hesitant about talking shit to pistol packing Ike Turner. I went on upstairs and talked to Ann. Then I just reached up and got one of my guns. I had a bunch of guns. I had a .38 Smith & Wesson, one of them long ones with a long barrel on it. I went down them steps and out the door. This guy was about 20 feet or 30 feet from my apartment. He saw the gun in my hand and he said, "What you gonna do, shoot me?" I said, "Good idea." First, I fired it in the air. Then I saw that he was serious. Then he turned his shoulders to me and I couldn't see his right hand. I saw him look down at his hand like he had a gun. He got down and I'm thinking he's fixing to come up and shoot me. So I shot him right through the calf of his leg. He went hopping down the sidewalk. Then he jumped the fence and went on somewhere. The police came and wanted to take me to jail. But when I went to court with the guy's lawyer, I was found not guilty. There were other people in the neighborhood, women he had abused in a similar situation. It was a joke, man. One time when I was on dope, I met this fine girl and rented a room out at Pacific Hotel right off Route 405. I had my guitar player Jackie with me. I got 2 rooms, each with 2 beds in it. Between the 2 beds, they had a telephone. I went into my room and got my clothes loose because I was going to party for a few days. I guess party mean hit the pipe, fuck. Hit the pipe, get some head. Hit the pipe, dance around. Hit the pipe, maybe call in her sister. I had my stuff with me, 6 pairs of shoes, maybe 2 or 3 suits, a bathrobe, pajamas and shiz. Jackie had the same. I got maybe half a pound of cocaine already cooked up into rocks. After I was through taking a shower, I sat there smoking. I ain't got nothing on but a black velvet robe. If you look, you could see my pickle. So this girl knocks on the door, comes in. She sits down on the side of the bed, acting so dainty with her short mink on. I say, "Do you want a hit?" She says, "Oh, yes, I'd appreciate it." So I put a rock on a pipe and I hold it to her mouth and burn it for her. She took this big old draw, and when she let it out, she started looking around the room like she was scared or something. Okay, we call that Nick nervous. Okay, you do drugs with somebody and they tripping, that's a blow. Y'all, listen, one time I had edible that was way too strong for the situation. Baby, I was on a bad trip. Okay, a super bad trip. Let me tell you, my wife almost let me die. In my mind, I was dying. I was like, baby, something's not right. Okay, something's not right. This is not right. And my brain is tripping. I am on a bad trip right now. This fucking girl was like, just go to sleep. What? I know I was irritating her because I was high, okay? But I was like, no, baby, this ain't right. This ain't right. I'm telling you, my brain was lunching. I was on a bad trip. I mean, a super bad trip. Even all kinds of crazy shit. HR puffing stuff. Sigmund, the sea monster, was chasing me. Slee Stacks was with me, offering me drugs. You know, it was the Croft Superstar hour in my brain. And my wife was going to let me die. She just was like, go to sleep. Sleep off death? Wife? That's what you want me to do? You want me to sleep off death? She put her hands on the bed like she was ready to raise herself up. I said, oh no, you're not one of those, are you? What are you talking about? You're not one of those people who hit the pipe and start looking out the curtains thinking the police are coming and this bullshit, are you? No. But she started looking. She tried to be cool, but she all cooled out. After 15-20 minutes, she began to calm down. Before I put another hit on the pipe, I said, I better give you about half what I gave you before. She says, no, I can take it. That's your imagination. Let me tell you what this mother hunchy did. They hitting the pipe, right? He calls to his man, hey, stand by the door. Let her think somebody's standing at the door. They playing tricks. He think it's funny, okay? I guess he blown, because the girl is Nick nervous, okay? Anyway, they playing tricks. She like, somebody's standing at the door. He like, what are you talking about? Nobody's at the door. His friend is standing at the door. Okay. Then he got his friend, because they got a adjoining room, to stand in the bathroom, in the shower. She go into the bathroom in the shower. There go the friend right there. She go, Ike, it's somebody in the shower. He goes in there. Ain't nobody in the shower. He sees the friend. But he want her to think that she is lunching. She ain't lunching. I mean, she nervous, but she ain't lunching. He found that so comical. See what I'm talking about? That's that Scorpio shit. They like to do crazy stuff like that on purpose to you, to make you think you crazy. She say, give me another hit. I put the rock on the pipe, and she takes this big hit. She turns around and look at that door. She jumps right up from the floor on the bed and starts making like she is running. And I say, girl, what the fuck is wrong with you? She say, look. There's 3 of them at the door. There ain't nobody at that effing door. You are out of your effing mind. That girl ran off out of that door with that towel wrapped around her, and I ain't seen her no more from that day to this. She left her clothes and everything. Cocaine attracted other pretty girls who would do anything for a rock of crack. But no matter how many girls he had in how many hotel bedrooms, nothing could disguise the fact that the loss of Ann Thomas marked the beginning of the end. When Ann and I broke up, I really started going downhill. All at once, without notice, those $56,000 checks every month from the oil money got cut off. The $5,000 I was getting from those units in Anaheim stopped too. I let the house in Mount Olympus go and moved out of it. I can't remember whether I sold it or not. Maybe I still own it. I don't know. To start with, at least I had it managed by a management company and rented it out. That earned me $3,000 a month, and my outgoing was $2,600 a month. So it would pay for itself. That's why I say I don't know if I still own it. Maybe I do. I have to check it out. I just sit up nights and procrastinate and philosophize and philosophize and procrastinate. I'd say tomorrow I'm going to put my band together. Tomorrow we'll go out and cut a record. But tomorrow never came. You just don't follow through and you just go down, down, down. I don't give a damn who you are or how strong you are. Cocaine is stronger than you. I've heard a lot of people say, man, nothing is going to control me. Those same guys I see coming back saying, hey man, where can I get some blow? What I'm saying is cocaine would make a hooker out of a queen. Events exasperated this downward spiral. In 1981, Bollock Studio burned down. You say that you love